And the reality is that love feels so good. It's an ecstasy, it's a euphoria, but it can also border on emotional dysregulation. So if you feel that ecstasy easily, sadly, your emotions can very easily drop as well. Right? So when you're emotionally dysregulated, you're more likely to fall into this extreme emotional bucket, right? And I genuinely believe that we've all been there at some point. We've all been in love. We've all just, like been consumed by thoughts of someone else, right? It happens. And I think that's a part of being human, right? But
Sure.
that said, I think it's very important to check yourself because if you don't check yourself and if you start running or falling in the spiral of God wanted it this way and my angels wanted it and there must be something meant to be, there's probably a meaning there. I get that, but the longer you stay in there, the more you'll self-harm.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so well put. Absolutely. And I agree with you. I'm also a super spiritual person. I mean, I have the Lover's Tarot card
I saw
behind me.
that. I saw that. I love it. I love it. I love tarot. It's like my hidden passion that no one really knows about. This is the first time I'm telling people.
I'm honored. This is a safe
Yeah.
space. Listen, I love the will. Bring on the will.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because I think, and as women, I think that the intuitive practices, the spiritual practices, like that's one of our birthrights to really fine tune and lean into. And I wanted to dive more into how you were describing like the self harm versus like self love aspect. I think that that's something that really stood out to me when you reached out, and also just in our conversation so far, is how self love is a key ingredient on this journey. I know I certainly have had to learn that, and I would just love to hear more of your thoughts on your perspective on self love and its influence.
Sure. So the way the framework understands self-love is how you show up based on your own standards, right? So this is what we call values in the framework. So if you pick your top five values, it could be purpose, it could be career, it could be a family, whatever it may be, right? You score yourself against each one based on how you feel you show up. And then you tally up that score. And essentially, whatever that total is, it's a numerical assessment of self respect and self love. Okay, here's what we found from the analytics. If you have low self respect, self love, i.e., the self score, you're not likely going to engage in a healthy relationship.